Hello again, sports bettors. This is Jeff Makinen of DRF Sports. Today I will be handicapping the NFC West showdown on Sunday afternoon between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. This is a very important game in the division race. The Rams are currently 3-2 and they find themselves looking up at both the San Francisco 49ers and Seattle, which is kind of an unusual place for the Rams given their recent history, and certainly not where they expected to be at this point of the season. The line in this game opened up as at Rams -4. It has fallen slightly to Rams by 3, pushed down to a field goal. The total has moved up from 48.5 on the opener to 50.5. As I usually do with our matchup handicapping too, I'll start with the rating systems to see if there's any potential line value here. In estimate number one of the game simulator, the Rams are projected to win a 26-24 game. Very little line value either way. Estimate number two does project San Francisco to win 25-23. So that represents 5 points of line value, in this case to the 49ers. On the power line, the Rams should be a 3-point favorite according to our power rating systems, which is right exactly where that line is currently. Schedule strength, another important area to look at in your handicapping process. The Rams currently have played a schedule of 21.8 average power rating of opponents played. San Francisco's is 18, so it's slightly tougher schedule to the Rams in this case. Into the betting angles, a couple of contrarian-like systems do favor the Rams here. Basically, bet against any team with a tight line of +3 to -3 that allows 6 or fewer points in their last game. The San Francisco 49ers did that last week on Monday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns, against an opponent who's off a loss by 3 or less, in this case the Rams, who lost a 1-point game to the Seattle Seahawks the week before. So in this case, you're to bet against that team who allowed the few points, the 49ers. So bet on the Rams. In this specific case, it doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it's quite profitable. 33-8 against the spread since 1983. A second one regarding turnovers. In this case, you're betting on a team who forced 1 or less turnovers in 4 straight games, so not forcing a lot of turnovers. If they're playing an opponent who's off a game where they committed no turnovers. So it's, again, if you read through that description, it's a contrarian system here, and it tells you to bet on the Rams. In this case, again, not a lot of occurrences since 1983, but when it does, it is 40-14 against the spread. In addition, San Francisco is just 3-10 against the spread against NFC opponents the last 2 seasons. Looking at the line movements, you can see that 72% of the betting public is taking the favorite Rams in this game, which is rather interesting that the line did move down from the Rams -4 to -3. So this is an indicator of some potential sharp action going on San Francisco here. A whopping 90% of the betting public does like the over, and the total has moved from 48.5 to 50.5. So it does match with that line movement. One quick thing in the game results, as I mentioned earlier, the Rams off the tough loss to Seattle following their loss to Tampa Bay where they allowed 55 points. So they really are in a desperate spot here. They'll pretty much need this win to stay in that division race. Overall, there's arguments to be had on both sides of this game. On the one side, you have the 49ers with a slight value edge and potentially some sharp betting action. On the other, you have a desperate Rams team who has a couple of contrarian systems favoring them. Thank you again for watching. This is Jeff Makinen of DRF Sports, Twitter handle @SportsDBExpert. Good luck this NFL Sunday.